Hi everyone, and welcome to Billy Fitzgerald Golf. And today I want to talk about the importance of this trail wrist and how it works, how stable my arm is, and how this throwing motion can totally change your game. So when I toss a ball, okay, so if I were to throw a ball, what I want you to see is that how my arm right here is stable and my right wrist is throwing. Okay, so there's no twist. I don't twist back and twist forward. We have to have that present throughout not only the first part of the golf swing, but the entire swing. And I see this so much where people get it at first, and we're going to go into this in detail. They get it at first, but then they twist the face open up top, and then it's, and then it's off to the races on the way down. We have to try to square the face, so it just makes everything very, very complex and complicated. We want to make this game as simple as possible. We have to get this motion where my wrist loads and unloads and this stays stable and is not twisting. We have to get that motion in your golf swing. So the very first thing we're going to do is go over the grip, make sure your hands are on the club right. If they're not, that's going to be pretty hard to do. So with your grip, my lead hand, just how it hangs in my shoulder socket. Again, I want it in the fingers because I want my wrist to move. So it's in the fingers, and then my hand wraps on top. Okay, so now I have this lever. Okay, why is that lever so important? Well, with that lever, now what we're talking about, your trail hand can work. So my trail hand, when this pushes down, see, my hand is working just like I would toss a ball. If my hand's too weak, a lot of times it twists the face open, which is going to do what to my trail hand? It's going to make my arm twist open. So now all of a sudden I've got this in my golf swing. This is what we are trying to eliminate. We're trying to eliminate all this face rotation. I see it over and over again. It's a way to play the game, right? I think it's way too complex unless you have a lot of time to practice this, where we open the face, hold the leg, and then try to twist the face. I'd much rather feel like you load the club, load this wrist, get that face square so the face is looking at the ball, and throw it. Okay, so we're throwing the face, and the face is looking at the target the whole time. So we have to make sure that we program that into our swing. So again, tossing a ball is a great way to do this. So for the first part, again, assuming my grip's right, what is the first part, or how to start the swing with this mechanism and my hand works? So when I swing back, I feel like I'm tossing a ball. So if I were to just toss the ball at the camera, I toss the ball at the camera. Again, this arm stays stable and my wrist works back this way. It loads, my wrist loads this way. Now when I put my hands on it, the head of the club becomes the golf ball. So get my grip on there, and I set up. Now I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to toss the club head. Toss the club head. So again, if I just toss the club head back and hit, my hand just goes back, hits. I hit the ball right in the center with a slight draw because it's coming from the inside, but you can hear the click in that. You don't get that sound unless you hit it in the center of the face with some compression. What else does that do for me? Well, when I use my grip right and I can use this trail arm correctly, I have a chance to compress the ball. Compression is how the ability for me to get my right arm or my trail arm on the back of the shaft. I have to be able to pressure this shaft so I get what I'm doing into the face, into the ball. This would be compression. So my right arm gets on the back of the shaft and gets into the ball. Again, another reason my hand needs to work back and forth. So with my right correct grip, and I toss the face and I come back, I can compress the ball. If my grip's off, or I twist the face and I have to twist it on the way down, see my arm is so busy twisting that a lot of times it can't line up with the shaft or get into the back of the shaft. So that's the first part. So again, a lot of people can get that part. Here's where I think a lot of people struggle. When you swing back, okay, I think a lot of us, assuming our grip is correct and we can toss the ball and toss the face, I think most of us can get here, where that face is lined up with my spine angle. Now, here's the important part, is that this never changes. This arm and how it works never changes. So even though I have to go up to the top of the swing, my arms, when they work, and they're going to work in my shoulder sockets, they act as a transporter to those angles. I'm not twisting my hand and my arm. So again, when I swing, and this is what I feel, and this is what I've had success teaching with. So once my hand gets right there, see, my left arm just keeps going up. I actually feel like my right arm is pushing this way on the shaft. It's pushing out and under. So it's pushing out and under when I do that. But watch what my trail wrist is doing. So I go back here, and I feel my hand push out and up, right? But nothing happened here. Okay, that's really important, because here's what I see, and I see it almost daily, is that we can get here, and now because my shoulder socket's too locked up, see, if my arm doesn't work in my shoulder socket, I can't go up anymore. So when I push on the grip, and my arm goes out, see, my arms stay right in front of me, but the face is still strong. My wrist angle is still strong. My arm is still where it needs to be. I'm not twisting the face open. See, a lot of people get here and they feel all that tension. They feel, okay, this is as far as I can go. So they twist the face open to complete the backswing. Now we're coming into the ball like this, and again, we have to twist. So what we want to feel is that, again, we toss the ball. We can actually toss the ball this way now, because our hand has to be the same way. So again, instead of getting right here, when I swing back, I got to feel like my arm is going that way. So I can feel like I toss the ball this way. So my arm is pressuring the grip, is going under. So we don't sacrifice that angle, which is really critical. Because what we'd like to do is feel like our palm is slightly to the ground, palm is more towards the camera. Now as we swing down, palm is towards the ground. We hit, palm is towards the sky. So I'm going to make a couple swings where we start to in slow motion, so you can really see what that face is doing. Again, once my hand does this, once this loads, it stays there until I throw. Okay? Until I throw the face through the ball. So if it's, again, I toss the ball, my arm works up, and then I throw. And then I can throw the face through the ball. So we'll hit one so you can see how my arm pushes on the shaft, it pushes on the grip. Once I load the face, okay, once I load the face, then I feel my arm actually push out on the grip and up. Out on the grip and up as I turn. Out on the grip and up as I turn. So we'll go ahead and hit one. So again, I toss the face and out on the grip and hit. So the face of the club stays stable. Now the last thing I would say is that when you're coming into the ball, this is what I want to feel. Now I'm in a position where I'm gonna toss the ball towards the target, which is this ball. Okay, so I load, back, throw. Load, back, throw. Okay, pretty good. I actually hit it. So you're trying to throw the face at the ball. So again, this is what my swing feels like. Not this. Not opening and closing the face. Loading and throwing. Loading and throwing. So we'll make a couple practice swings. Again, go a little slower. So I'm loading. My right arm is working, so that stays stable. That right wrist stays stable. So I swing back, I load the face, my right arm pressures the shaft, throw the face into the ball. Load the face, right arm swings back, throw the face into the ball. Okay, so again, load the face, throw the face into the ball. So we have to make sure that your wrist is doing the right thing. It's not twist the face open, twist the face through. We want to load, throw. Again, from down the line. This is loading, throwing, not open, shut. Okay, we'll hit one more. So again, we've got your grip, loading the face. Now my arms, as they swing back, they're transporting this right here. They're transporting that up. Now as I swing down, see, I hit that spot again, and then I throw the face. So again, once I get past waist high, what my arms do, they're moving in a way that transports that. It transports that. So I don't feel any twisting or timing. So my hand is really pointing at the target for quite a long time coming into the ball. If I hold that angle a little bit, where we talked about lag, the ball is going to go lower. If I throw a little early, the ball may go a little higher. But I'm not so worried about left and right because my palm is facing the target. I can't tell you how much this will help you if you know your grip's a little off and we're dealing with an open face, a shut face, you're dealing with all that timing. I mean, this will help you on every single shot. It doesn't have to be full swing. It can be short game putting. So try this. Remember, you've got to make sure that this wrist can load and unload to stop all this timing and make this game a whole lot more fun and a whole lot easier. For more tips like these or to schedule a live lesson, visit me at BillyFitzgeraldGolf.com.